Greetings adventurers, and welcome to the Drunken Dragon. The objective of Drunken Dragon Entertainment is to build the most epic fantasy universe that brings people together and allows them to share meaningful experiences powered by the Cardano network. The Drunken Dragon offers a decentralized fantasy franchise where creators have open access to the IP and fans can decide on what is developed and what becomes official. And we'll learn some more about that a bit later. As we approach the dawn of another year at the tavern, we thought it'd be a good opportunity to give you an update on all things Drunken Dragon, the current state of play with our Web3 game Inns and Quests with its two game modes, the Immortal and Eternal Realms, the future for both of these titles, an overview of all the current offerings here at the Drunken Dragon, such as Dragon Silver and our Dragon Gold currencies, and all of our NFT collections. We'll also include a separate video guide linked in the description below for how to play the game and make the most out of these titles. Head to the bar, grab yourself a beer, and sit back and relax as we take this journey together. Firstly, we want to give a huge thank you to all of the adventurers that have stuck with us over the past 2 years. There's been plenty of ups, but also plenty of downs. And as we've discussed on the Round the Fire chats earlier this year with Ledic, we love the feedback and the passion you have for us, and it helps us keep on pushing and making a better product and experience for you all. And we truly appreciate all of the feedback and support you give us, as well as all of those that are playing our game. And based on the Killy the Bard reports in our Discord, there are a damn load of you playing, and it's truly appreciated. Our Discord is definitely the best place to start your adventures at the Drunken Dragon. Not only do we have a fantastic community of people who love RPGs, fantasy and lore, but we have people passionate about Cardano who are always open to lend a hand in our general tavern and also in our support and reports page. We have weekly dev blog entries and weekly news articles linked on our community site, the Drunken Herald, as well as weekly sales reports. We also have a huge repository of information, and if you need any help, then a friendly Discord moderator, also known as an innkeeper, is always willing to help you. You can also check out our Killy the Bard channel that displays all of the Mortal Realms quests that are being completed, as well as showing a monthly top 10 leaderboard for completed quests for your adventures. So make sure you click the link in the description and come and join us in the tavern. As we just mentioned, our community website, the Drunken Herald, is full of awesome content that will help you on your way at the tavern. Our homepage has a handy Ada price tracker, as well as a floor tracker for our Grandmaster Adventurer collection. The Vault offers pages full of links to all of our helpful resources. Our Talk of the Tavern page houses our weekly news and sales reports, and our Innkeepers page showcases all of our awesome Innkeeper team. We try to keep this as updated as possible, so please stop by and see if there's anything you can learn during your stay. Our official website, ddu.gg, features all of the important links that you need at the Drunken Dragon. Think of it more like a hub. You can explore links to important sites for the Drunken Dragon, such as our Web3 games, which we'll explore in a separate video, but you can also read our white paper, explore a preview of our first comic, The Dead Queen, as well as find all of our social links. It's definitely worth a stop by on your adventures, so come and take a look around. By clicking the Start Playing button on our website, or simply heading to ddu.gg/INQ, you'll be brought to the dashboard for our Inns and Quests game that hosts the Immortal and Eternal Realm game modes. One thing to note is that our game is accessible to you on your web browser via Windows, Mac or Linux. You don't need to install any separate files to run it, and it also works great on Android and iOS. By clicking Browse, this will bring you to our Season 2 Adventurers of the Olden collection browser, featuring a vast amount of information and lore about each character in the series. You can flick through the collection as well as organise your search so you can see what classes and races you'll need to complete certain quests in the game, but more on that later. Next up is our encyclopedia that allows you to dive into the lore behind all the characters, their factions, history, the region they reside in the Drunken Dragon universe, and there's plenty to read here, so set aside some time and enjoy reading some deeper narrative. Lastly, we have our collection manager, an important part of our ecosystem. This is where you will choose your adventurers that you would like to send on quests, which we'll cover more in our How to Play video guide. Once your party is locked in, it's time to head out on some quests. You will see the beer icon many times across our platform, and this is used to enter our game, known as the Mortal Realms. This is where you are able to build a wonderful pixel art scene using your currently selected party members and any pixel tile furniture that you may have, as well as send your party off on quests. Right now, you're able to see that our miniatures are animated, but this is currently in very early alpha. We plan to have these appearing as NPCs in your tavern that will communicate and interact with one another, but this is currently a long way off in development. We currently have 4 collections that you are able to use within our Mortal Realms environment. Our first ever collection is the Pixel Tile series, which features pixel art furniture to make your tavern more welcoming and homely, as well as a series of adventurers with different rarities in a system that you'll recognise from most MMORPG games, with grey rarity all the way up to purple rarity. In the Mortal Realms game, these adventurers can be used for questing, and the higher the rarity of the tile, the higher the aptitude points. Our second collection is the Grandmaster Adventurer collection. This collection of 10,000 beautiful pixel art NFTs have traditional MMORPG race and class traits that convert nicely to aptitude points. We have a rarity chart linked in the description below, however there are some super rare Grandmaster Adventurers, such as the Viera with only 10 existing out of a 10,000 collection. There will be specific bespoke quests per race in the upcoming seasons that will reward owners of our rarest Grandmaster Adventurers the chance to undertake epic quests alongside our usual quest lines. Our third collection is known as the Adventurers of Theoden, or Season 2, and this is a mix of even more beautifully portrayed pixel art in a collection of 25,000, but this time, alongside the traditional MMORPG statistics, brings in professions such as blacksmithing, cooking, hosting, and more. Certain quests in our Mortal Realms environment require your adventurers to have a certain profession. The aptitude point translation, as well as the individual values, are reminiscent of games such as Pokemon Go. These can all be viewed on our Season 2 browser, as we mentioned earlier in this video. We originally minted our Season 2 collection with JPEG Store. However, due to the mint not selling out, we recouped all of the remaining NFTs in the collection and are currently building our own Season 2 store that is due to release in 2024. Our last collection is the Slime Collection, a mix of 10,000 pixel art profile picture style drink slimes of varying rarity. The slimes are a fan favourite from our pixel tile collection that live in the underbelly of taverns. The only way of purchasing a slime is by using Dragon Silver that you've earned from your quests in the Mortal Realms games. You can see a Saturn Pay link on our website that will allow you to redeem a slime for your hard-earned Dragon Silver. Our Pixel Tile and Grandmaster Adventurers collections sold out in 2021, but can be purchased via most Cardano marketplaces. As mentioned, our Season 2 minting ended, but we're currently working on our own store. Our slime policy locks on the 31st of December, so you do not have long to redeem your slimes. We are currently working on making our own Dragon Silver store that will be hosted on our website, where you'll be able to redeem Dragon Silver for more Drunken Dragon assets than just slimes. We may release new collections only purchasable using Dragon Silver, alongside more furniture for your tavern, as well as whatever our community votes for using their Dragon Gold. We currently have 2 currencies at the Drunken Dragon, Dragon Silver and Dragon Gold, and each has a different purpose. Dragon Silver is earned through playing our Mortal and Eternal Realm games, and Dragon Gold was earned via our ISPO with the Genius X team. Dragon Gold can be used as a governance token to vote on specific features that the community would like implemented in our games. We have had 2 Dragon Gold voting periods so far, as seen in our dashboard, where the community voted for passive staking, which we implemented with our Eternal Realm game mode, where your assets purely earn Dragon Silver just by being in your Link wallet, and the second vote was to implement Tavern Reputation and Chain Quests, which we plan to have implemented in 2024, alongside usual bug fixes and seasonal changes. We have 2 channels dedicated to the Dragon Gold ballots in our Discord, namely Ballot Opinions and Ballot Discussions, where we reach out to the community for your ideas on what to include in the ballot and what changes you would like to see made in our games. We have a suggestions channel too, so that you can offer your ideas outside of the Dragon Gold voting period. In our Discord channel, we have a group of loyal members of the community that have earned the title of the Council of Elronidas. These members have either been with us since the beginning of the Drunken Dragon, or are active in our Discord, or have contributed to the Drunken Dragon in a positive way over the past. Also, if you're a frequent visitor to the Drunken Dragon Discord and have a chat rank of 25+, then you will automatically receive this invite and title. Members of this closed group are consulted about changes to the game and will offer their opinions on changes and ideas. Earlier this year, we released our first comic, based on a trio of adventurers known as the Dead Queen. This followed on from our first narrated story about this band of friends and is available on the Kindle ebook store. There is a preview of our comic on our webpage that you can read, and if you like it, there is a link to the ebook in the description below. We have plans for more ebook comics following this story in the future, as well as a potential physical release and dedicated quests in the mortal realms for Dead Queen adventurers, so stay tuned. The Drunken Dragon team currently consists of some full-time and part-time staff. Vledik and Feras are the two behind the project from its inception. Vledik is a programmer at heart with over 10 years of coding experience and a passionate Cardano enthusiast who believes that this ecosystem offers a positive change to humanity and wants to bring our decentralized IP to the masses in the fantasy genre. He loves fantasy and deep lore, as well as playing games such as Valheim and World of Warcraft. In some bittersweet news, our chief artist Feras has had a new round of financing for his game, Eagle Knight Paradox, and has to deliver this game by August. So unfortunately, he'll be focusing on releasing this game and won't work with the Drunken Dragon until past August 2024. While a gutting loss for him in that period, we are all absolutely behind him and send all of our hope that he succeeds. We look forward to welcoming him back later this year. A direct impact of this news is that the fish tank experience is going to be put on hold again while we focus on other key areas. Santiago is another programmer who works diligently on the back and front end of the game. Anytime there are changes published, he's the man behind them. Also a fan of gaming, he's working hard on improving his knowledge of many languages and is currently working hard on our web stores coming in 2024. And lastly, Terahertz. I'm the community manager and content creator here at the Drunken Dragon, and also run the community website with Baker, one of our innkeepers. If you see a tweet on X or a voice on a video, then it's likely to be me. I'm also a huge fan of gaming and love games such as World of Warcraft, most MMORPGs in general, and Counter-Strike. I'm also a musician at heart, playing in a touring metal band in the early 2010s, and absolutely love football, and I'm a big West Ham supporter. I've been part of the Drunken Dragon team since winter of 2021. We have recently put a thread on X displaying our immediate and future plans for the Drunken Dragon. So as we bring a close to this video, let's discuss them before heading back to the bar and grabbing another beer. At the moment, we are working on developing the core components to the Drunken Dragon ecosystem. Firstly, we are working on base systems and improving the overall experience. But as mentioned previously, the development of the fish tank experience is on hold whilst Feras is on hiatus. We still strive for the experience that we've had since the early days of our development at the tavern, but this will take a lot longer to achieve. In some more bittersweet news, we work closely with the Marlow team, and the feature set with contracts are not quite hitting our use case for developing our Season 2 store. We're actually going to write a report on how using this and how development went, but we just started re-implementing the shop with multi-signature transactions, and will now be working on the Dragon Silver store as we discussed earlier, and the goal for this is spring of 2024. In January, we're going to start working on dynamic quest systems that we've envisioned for a while. We will create a simulation of the world which will generate dynamic quests, and depending on which quest the players do, the world simulation will be affected, therefore affecting the next round of quests available to players. We will first implement a proof of concept of the system, but through the years all other game systems will be based on this world simulation. We will be working on improving it as we test it. We are also working closely with the wonderful team at Ada Handle, and soon you should be able to customize your own Ada Handle profile in Drunken Dragon Splendor using the handle designer. We're hoping that this is released before the end of the year. We will of course hold another Dragon Gold voting ballot soon, once we have finished our current priorities, so that we ask you, the community, to give your input on our future. Once again adventurers, We truly appreciate the support you've given us through these tough times, and we look forward to a bright future at the Drunken Dragon. To our community, we want to thank you for being with us on this journey. We build our future not only for you, but with you, and make every decision with you in mind. We lay toast to another year and look forward to seeing what 2024 brings us. So let's raise a glass, shout a cheers to all our adventurers of the Drunken Dragon.